just need you to understand the Ethiopian, the Abyssinian who is Prester John. You're talking about the ones with such a look that it is, in parentheses, deadly, in parentheses, paralyzing. That shows you it's not truly deadly. It's not truly paralyzing to the right people. But when you observe, when you listen, when you back in code, right? Deuteronomy 28, right? Ka. Wow, we in that Torah only session. Before this jabroni starts talking about his modern Yiddish and his Torah scholarship, is he connecting the stars, man? The fiery ones, the dracons. It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of HaWah, your power to observe. To observe is to see clearly, man. HaWah's commanding you to have your dragon fly, man. Because when you are deadly to the hijack, paralyzing to the hijack. You are fierce and violent to the hijack. When you see clearly, you are fiery. You're the Ethiopian. When you see clearly, you got the light. When you see clearly, man, that means you are observing through HaWah's eyes. There ain't no quasi-observation. Either you observe or you don't, man. Either you get this reality or you don't. Quantum physics, observation changes the behavior of a particle. A particle knows when it's being observed. What does it mean? It's not even rendered until the observer observes. When you're not watching it, it's hitting the entire wave spectrum. Every point, every probability is happening when you're not observing. Do you want to live like this? Yeah, you got some millionaires, but you also got Jeffrey Dahmer, man, right? Because it's all happening because we ain't been observing. Quantum physics. This is the heart of quantum physics. The double slit. I'm too hype, man. Woo, the double slit experiment. Can you feel this, man? Now that you're observing, you can see clearly. Now we can look for Prester John, because before that you didn't have eyes to see. And if you're not observing the commandments, Exodus 20 got us in code, you're not observing them, that means you don't observe Most High over everything. And if you're not Most High over everything, if you're putting another power before your power, you got no vision, man. You don't got no dragon. Your dragon is slayed, conscientio, coming together, opposites, the Cadmus. You've been slayed, right? But when you observe, the Cadmus don't even affect you no more because you got the ether, man. You got a particular covenant. Because you observe, HaWah gives you this covenant we about to read. Because you observe the covenant of David, Psalms 89. It becomes manifested because the particle knows when it's being observed. Their spells are particles. They know when you're observing the code. They know when the observer is watching. There's no separation between you and the observer when you're observing through HaWah's lens. You are the observer. You see as HaWah sees. You are unified with the Creator. X marks the spot. You don't observe, it's all happening. We got to deal with all these hijacks because we're not observing. That means simply we don't see clearly. We lost our dragon. Now it's a negative thing. In the book of Revelations, the big bad red dragon slaying the Christ child. That dragon was on That dragon was on point. That dragon was supposed to slay that Christ child, because that Christ child is Zeus, my nigga. That dragon knew exactly what he was doing, but they demonized the dragon. And Zeus is born. Jesus. Now you're looking for Jesus to save you instead of the Creator directly being your Savior. That's MHOE, Most High, over everything. Do you see clearly? Do you observe? To observe all his commandments, which I command you this day, that HaWah, your power, will set you high above all nations of the earth. There ain't no question about who's supposed to be on top, who the Creator put at the top, which is why they went against the Creator, which is why they went against us, right? Because they want to put themselves high above us. They want to invert the reality and give us a matrix, give us 440, put the 8 on the 9. You know why the 8 is innocent, but they use the 8 to hijack the 9. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because that 9 code, that 432, the only way to turn it into a loop is to add the 8. Any other number won't do to get the loop. To get that loop, they need to add the 8. So they hijack the 8, the cube, right? The timekeeper, Saturn. To put themselves high above us. But the only way for them to do that is to bring our opposites. Slays the dragon. Not only are they spraying this in the trails of chemicals above us, all in our, jewelries and toys, children's toys, they put it everywhere, man. They used to have it in the Happy Meal toys. For real, for real. They call it cadmium, but they don't even need this. You know why, man? Because all they had to do was get us out of code. All they had to do was come and give us a new Savior. That's the New Testament. That New Testament is the coming together of opposites. That's why we know that the 8 slayed the 9. And the gematria of their JC is 8. This is the 8. And you add the 8 to the 9, you get 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. You've just turned the 9 spiral to the 8. You close the womb of Amma by bringing us and making us observe this as the Mashiach. They got us away from our Creator being our Savior, you know what I'm saying? And now they got us looking for this other man, this man who is God in the flesh, right? They want JC to save them. They brought the opposites, man. Go get that series, man. How the 8 slayed the 9, man. 25 hertz. See how this Comet Atlas and all this stuff is connected. We were supposed to be high above all the other nations, and all these blessings shall come upon us, overtake us, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of HaWah. Baruch is blessed, man. So I'm going to say Baruch. Baruch shall thou be in the city. Baruch shall you be in the field. Baruch shall the fruit be the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your land, and the fruit of your cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the young of thy flock. Baruch shall be thy basket, and thy kneading through. Baruch shalt thou be when thou come in. Baruch shall you be when you go out. HaWah will cause your enemies that rise up against you to be smitten before you. They shall come out against you one way, and shall flee before you 7 ways. Has this happened yet, my Naga? Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Did I skip this part in history class, man? That means that we are just now starting to observe the code again. After all that JC-ness, after all that Muhammad-ness, we're coming back home to the Creator, to HaWah, to the truth, man. This ain't about no religion. This is about frequency. You coming back home to your frequency. Either you are or you ain't. You want that Baruch. You want that blessing, right? When you come in and out, you want to be covered by HaWah's Baruch. Do you feel that yet? Are you starting to feel it? We ain't felt that warmth in a mighty long time, and these other nations gonna start backing up, backing back when they see that Baruch all over you. You want your enemies to flee? You want these hijacks to flee? 7 ways, man. They still can't get away. Nah, this ass whooping is a holy ass whooping. This butt whooping is a holy butt whooping. This ain't even a butt whooping, man. This is an annihilation, man. Yeah. HaWah, verse 8, will command the Baruch with thee in thy barns and in all that thou puttest thy hand unto, and he will Baruch thee in the land which HaWah will give you. HaWah will establish you for a holy people unto himself, and he, as he sworn unto you, if you shall keep the code, man, keep the commandments of HaWah, your power, and walk in his ways, and all the peoples of the earth shall see that the name of HaWah is called upon you. This is what they afraid of. This is when they back and give you 50,000 feet and start breaking you off everything they own. Like, please put me in good favor with the Creator. They give you back everything they stole. The great jubilee, man, 2026. It's all happening. Verse 10, and all the peoples of the earth shall see that the name of HaWah is upon you. What does it mean, man? I'll wait. Torah only sessions popping off with con drop. Lego. Halal HaWah. What does it mean that HaWah's name is called upon you? Ain't nobody spoke HaWah in a mighty long time. Definitely not, with their chest out. Definitely not expecting protection. Because in this covenant, we expect protection. Because HaWah expects respect. Expects respect, man. HaWah expects our observation. Double slit experiment, the observer effect. When you don't observe, it's all happening. That particle is hitting the entire wave until they measure it. Then it only chooses one probability. It only hits one point. Once it's being measured, it knows when it's being observed. So the Creator already set a path for us. Observation is a good thing. It's just what lens are you going to see through? The Creator's eye or their hijack, all-seeing eye on the back of your dollar bill eye, right? Choose your lens. Choose your eye, right? When you choose their eye, it's all happening, man. You're spinning out of control. You're on a ball spinning 1,100 miles per hour. When you choose the HaWah's eyes, when you choose the Creator's eyes, when you choose HaWah, when you see clearly, right? When you got your dragon coiling, uncoiling, popping off, spreading its wings again. They look at you and you're fiery looking. You are fierce and violent, my Nagaz. That's what it feels like to be covered. When HaWah establishes us for a holy people unto himself, and as he has sworn unto you. That's what it feels like when your enemies that try to try you are smitten before you, man. That's why I said some of them never get away. But some try to get out one way and flee 7 more ways. They don't know which way to go. This is what it feels like when the people shall see that the name HaWah is called upon you. You are the Nagaz coming out speaking HaWah's name clearly, with no Yiddish involved. You searched, and HaWah didn't make it a whole maze. It's just that we kept searching. We said, well, you can't hijack the 5th and 6th letter of the Hebrew. And if Ha, Wah, or Hey, Wah, or Vav, right? The Vavs were the Wahs. And when you say they turn the W-A-W to V-A-V, and this jabroni we about to get thinks he's a Hebrew scholar, but doesn't understand the difference between the modern and the Picto-Paleo, and y'all turn the V's to the W's to V's, and sometimes the W's to Y's, right? Anything to swerve the phonetics, anything to swerve you out the vibration. But you got the vibe, you got the tribe, and you on the rise. And you breathing with your deep Ama inhale and your deep Abba exhale, and you wow, and that is the 5th and 6th letter after you walk through the door, after you gather, after your house gets that strong power back to the A, back to the Aleph, back to the All. The strong power that All, the Aleph enters the house, the Ba'at. Then you get the gathering, tribing up is the Gam. That's 1, 2, 3 letters in the Hebrew. The 4th is a doorway, a doll. It's a triangle. You walk through it, it's the entrance. And then you get your mama with her arms up, giving you the breath of revelation. Then you get your father, Wah, which means security, foundation. So the Wah is a breath and foundation, because you don't want breath without foundation, security. And there ain't no security without breath. Inhale, exhale is the Creator's name, which means to exist. Because you can't exist without the Wah. You can't exist without Hawata, without that water. You started calling on it correctly. You started breathing correctly. We in a great jubilee. And all these hijacks is going to see the name of the Creator. Wah is called upon us, and they shall be afraid of us. I'm in Deuteronomy 28. We reading 1 through 15, boss. Verse 11, and HaWah will make thee overabundant for good. Have you ever been over? Managa, leave a comment if you ever been overabundant for good. By the Creator directly, not just because you think you good, but you ever been given overabundance by the Creator for good. Not just abundance, overabundance. I don't think you remember anything of what that feel like. You got some hookups, but overabundance, you don't know what the Creator is capable of giving you, man. And the fruit of your body, that's your children. The fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, and the land which HaWah swore to the fathers to give you. HaWah will open unto you his good treasure. That's why you read Hosea 3. It says you search for the Creator directly, and King David. And then it says that you'll be giving your treasures back. And the goodness of HaWah, when you return, when Israel returns, seeks HaWah and King Dawid, the goodness of the treasures are released. We're about to get that. Let's go. The heaven to give the rain of your land in its season, to Baruch all the work of your hand, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow. We don't gotta pay no taxes, man. And HaWah will make thee the head, you the head and not the tail. What? Do you feel like the head or the tail? The way they set this system up, right? And thou shalt be above only. You feel above only or below only? You about to feel and remember what it feel like to be the head again, to be above only again, to be the highest above, high above all other nations. You about to get that good feeling back. Verse 13, HaWah will make you the head and not the tail. And you shall be above only, and you shall not be beneath, ever, man. If you shall hearken unto the commandments of the Creator. Dang. If you just observe, you can have your dragon, because observation leads to seeing clearly. You see clearly, you get the Kundalini rising, chakras, all the stuff they call it, but it's your dragon rising. It's you. You are the dragon. You're not looking for your dragon. Your dragon's already in you, but you gotta see clearly. You gotta vibrate. The dragon don't want no hijack. The dragon can't be hijacked. They trying to put the 8 on the 9, but it's only a matter of time before that sword cuts the loop back open, right? That 25 hertz frequency the Earth just went into for 3 minutes in its closest approach, Comet Atlas, the three-eyed dragon, closest approach on December 19th. 3 minutes of 25 hertz from the Schumann resonance, 7.83. 7 plus 8 plus 3. Well, now you got a 18, which is 9. So the frequency is always in the 9. But then they put the 8, the 440 hertz grid on the 9, and that got us in the 8 loop. But it's only a matter of time before that sword of Zion, Zon is the 7th letter. So the strong power of the Aleph enters the house, the Bat. You start to gather the Gam, you go through the door, the dawn, you get the Ha, your mother, your revelation, your breath, you get your father, your security, your foundation. Then you get to eat, you get your Zon, which means to have food, it means nourishment. It also means a cut-offness. And it's like an axe, like a mattock. So that 7 frequency, that 25 hertz is that masculine sword, cutting the loop open so that the feminine spiral, the womb of our mother, can open and spiral and give birth again and not be trapped in gestation. Not have the hijacks trap us so that we can't fly no more by slaying the dragon and bring our opposites and spraying us with Katniss to remove the sulfurs, to remove our fire. And that's how you stop the process represented by the dragon. We need to observe to get our dragon back. Observe what? Observe the code. What's the code? What's the code, God? Because we want to be in Baruch. Because after that, you get the curses, man. Curse shall you be in the city. Curse shall you be in the fruit of your everything's cursed. Curse, curse, curse. That's how you know these other jabronis are not us, because they didn't go through this. They didn't go through these curses. What's the code, man? Because I want to have the Baruch. When we observe, when we see, and shall not turn aside from any of these words, which I command you this day, to the right or the left, to go after these other gods. This is what I'm talking about. What's the code? No power before the Creator. We go after other gods. What's the code? Because if you don't hearken, if you don't observe, it's all happening. Now you got the curses. Did these people claiming to be us, did they go through this? They claim an event. I'm gonna let the Zaryak break them off. But did they go through this where they put on slave ships and da-da-da-da-da? Like, we need to know, right? Ooh. Verse 36, HaWah will bring you and your king, whom thou shalt set over you, into a nation that thou hast not known, nor your fathers did they get brought to another nation. There shall they serve other gods. Did they start serving other gods, or are they still serving their same, I guess they would call it the God of Israel, right? But we know. Are we serving wood and stone? Did they serve wood? Are they serving that Christmas tree? Are they serving that wooden cross? Are they serving that cobblestone? While they walking around that cube, that 8? Are they praying towards it many times a day? They're not praying to the east. They're praying to the stone. Did HaWah tell us to face a stone to pray? In the Middle East. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword. Yeah, people make fun of them, but have they become an astonishment on this earth? Are not the other nations astonished by our talents, our abilities, the fact that we don't know who we are? They started calling us other names, black, colored, African American. They don't want to call us American. They call us niggas and this and that, right? Bywords. Among all these people, where HaWah shall lead thee away. This is the one that we get, often, man. Because, read all these curses and you'll realize the people that call themselves Judah-ish do not fit none of this prophecy. Especially here. Oh, yeah, verse 68. Yeah, it's a long chapter, man. Go dig on it, because it's mostly the curses. You got an opportunity for the blessings, but since we didn't do that, here's all these curses, man. Mothers and languishings of souls and trembling hearts. So their event to them fits this, because we had a trembling heart and failing eyes and languish of soul. Man, no one's trying to do a battle of torment here. But just open your eyes and see clearly. Have you been scattered among all the people from the ends of the earth to the other end? This dude said, yeah, man, we traveled to Dubai, man. We traveled to Australia. So, yeah, we have traveled around. Man, did y'all get scattered on ships or not, man? Did they find you here in Egypt? And then bring you to that Egypt? Egypt just means bondage. So this is where some of my Nagas get it, a little confused, man. Ain't nothing worse than a confused con. We got to see clearly Egypt means bondage. This don't mean that you're going to Africa or that you came from Africa and then brought on a transatlantic slave trade to America. They could have easily and did find you right here and then brought you over there. And that is bondage as well. HaWah shall bring you back into bondage in ships. That did happen, starting in America. By the way whereof I said unto thee, thou shalt not see it no more. Because you had the covenant. You're not supposed to see bondage no more. This ain't about you're not going to see that land. You're not supposed to see bondage no more. And there, wherever you end up, in Egypt, in bondage, in Babylon, there you shall sell yourselves into your enemies for slaves, man. And nobody can buy, which means to redeem you and buy you out and save you. Nobody can save you. That's why these other nations, I ain't mad at them really, because they can't save us. For real, only we can save us by observing the code. You observe the code, my Nog, is real simple. Quantum. You collapse the wave pattern on the blessings. You don't observe the code, you allow all these curses to happen because it's hitting all these areas. By not observing, man, the code, we're not getting the goodness. We're supposed to get the goodness of the land. It's supposed to feel overabundant for good. We're supposed to get his goodness, his good treasure, raining on our land in the right season, man. All the work of our hand. And they're going to borrow from us, not the other way around. If they cool, and we will be the head and not the tail, and above only, never beneath. If we just listen, we can get the goodness. The goodness comes from the observation. The observation that we just got brought out of bondage. We're not supposed to go back in it. You're not supposed to see it no more. This bondage, house of bondage, Egypt is bondage. You're not supposed to see it no more. You shall have no other gods before me. Just stop, man. Most High over everything, and that's it. They got graven images of Jesus. They got cubes and stuff they're walking around, man. This ain't this. Both of y'all is breaking rule number 1 immediately with your idols, man. Your idolatry, Christian and Muslim. Idolatry. Just look at what you're doing. Look at the dude. Look at the pictures on you worshiping in church. Look at all this stuff in your temple. Idols, man. Look at all this stuff in your Catholic cathedral. Idols, man. Idols. No other God. You want JC? You want Jupiter, you want Zeus, you want Isus, you want to keep cutting down trees. To cut a tree down is the opposite of nature. It is the coming together of opposites to slay the dragon. You're slaying the tree to slay the dragon, and it represents the slaying of the mother tree, the tree of life that formed the bitter waters. So you're doing a ritual to mock the tree of life that was severed, my Nagaz. The bitter waters. Then it dies just like they want the tree of life to die. Because they want to slay the dragon. The Christmas tree is slaying the tree. You throw it outside. It's a part of the ritual to slay the dragon. Just look up Isus slaying the tree, right? Yeah, that's Isus with his axe slaying the trees, man. This is what Isus do. Isus slays the trees, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Maybe later, man. All right, man. Get out of here. Come on. Nah, man, I don't want that, man. I don't want it, man. I don't want it. Ah, damn. All right. Okay. I gotta zoom out. Just gotta zoom out. Isus is slaying the trees, man. So to God is your Jesus, man. Sacrifices, Christmas gifts under the tree are the sacrifices. I know you did it already, you know. Some of y'all, man. But damn, man. Maybe not next year. Maybe not next year. When you know what you're doing, you start to do better, right? Blood offerings. This is about blood, man. This is about the bitter waters. Isus's victims were hanged by the neck from a tree. I didn't see this one before. Damn. And what do? They hang Nagaz from the trees, man. And they're hanging ornaments on the tree. Damn. The ornaments represent the dead Nagaz they're hanging off the tree, man. And the star is the Ishtar. The Astarte, the 8-pointed star, because the 8 slays the 9. If you don't believe this is Jesus, man, just type in Jesus, man. No, just type in Jesus. You know, images. Yeah, man. You're going to get JC's the point. They can't help it in the algorithm. They're going to put JC. Just keep scrolling. You're going to get JC, man. All right?